Gary Johnson, former manager here and father of the current manager, watches down proudly, and Bristol City celebrates a night that will go down in their annals, in their history, with the promise of two more big occasions to come at the very least, with a two-legged semi-final next month. They took the lead first early in the second half through Joe Bryan. It was short-lived. Zlatan Ibrahimovic levelled matters up. Manchester United pressed strongly, looked the more likely of the two sides to win. But a dramatic denouement, and Corey Smith swivelling to score a goal that he and the 26,000 plus here tonight will always remember. Bristol City go through, the holders crash out on a famous night at Ashton Gate. It's finished Bristol City 2, Manchester United 1.
I'm speechless. I am totally speechless. What a night. If you're a Bristol City fan, this means quite a lot. That was quite a cup tie.
That was a cup made of, isn't it? Proper cup tie.
Fantastic.
I know Manchester United had a right go at them when they run out of steam, or 20 minutes to go, Bristol City. Do you know what? I thought they deserved it. I thought they defended really well. They booted it, they kicked it, they worked their socks off. I thought they were very lucky, Manchester United, to get the equaliser. Didn't think it was a foul. The goal.
Two wonderful goals, two brilliantly taken goals. They really were. We talked about that lack of quality in the final third, but they showed it right at the end.
That's Stephen Lansdowne. That's the owner of the club, and his wife on his right-hand side, left of the picture. She used to teach me actually as a 5-year-old. Yeah, she was my teacher.
Wow.
And now, there you were.
We said it could happen. We said it could happen tonight because Bristol City came into this game in good form, with a lot of confidence. They went about it in the way that the manager would have wanted. And at the end of the day, the quality of the goals, the effort that they've put in, absolutely sensational for Bristol City Football Club.
Corey Smith doesn't score goals, by the way. He never gets far forward.
Tell you what, he done well to take this one, Angus, because he brings it down on his chest and then he fires it through the goalkeeper's legs. The last kick of the game, literally.
I think you've got to give them credit as well. They made it a cup tie, didn't they? From the very first minute they were at it. You know, they put a lot of energy into that first half. Like I said, they ran out of steam with about 20 minutes to go. They just couldn't keep it. And the first half, the intensity was there. They let the Man United players know they were in a cup tie. Ibrahimovic, Pogba, they both got smashed in the first 10 minutes.
Angus, when you asked the question, what did Bristol City have to do? That was what you have to do in a cup tie. Sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes you have to break the game up. You have to go with and give everything you've got. And it looked like Bristol had given everything and run out of steam. It really did. And you just sense that Manchester United, with their power, their presence, their quality, were going to just go on and get that all-important second goal.
And you need that bit of luck as well, don't you?
You do, but
they hit the bar, they hit the post. You know, they need that little bit of luck, and I felt for them because I really didn't think it was a foul. I really didn't think it was a foul on Pogba, and they won the free kick. Poor marking from the wall, wasn't it? The wall broke, done the keeper. United got back into it.
And you just sense then that the quality of United is going to carry them through. But what they did, they stuck to their task. They dug in, and they had to dig deep. They dug really deep. And
that's an attitude, isn't it?
Fantastic, brilliant.
There's a collective about this club. They're all behind Lee Johnson. He's a young manager. He's, as we said before the game, it's been a tough road for him, but the success that he has got now.
Just look at those players. They can't quite believe it. And it's something that in years to come, they'll look back on it. People will talk about it. You played in that team that beat Manchester United, and yep, they did.
And there's nothing like I mean, you must have scored a few of them. There's nothing like a last-minute winner, is there?
That's the way you win it. It's the best way to win it.
It's like dreams are made of it.
There's no coming back.
Yeah.
No way back for United when that last kick goes in. Brilliant.
What are you doing? What are you doing up there? Exactly, you're never up there. It's Adam Baker, the press man, trying to usher him into the...
To be honest, the first ball that gets played forward, I thought was it Taylor? I thought he was offside.
Yes, centrally.
Yeah, he was offside, and they clear it, and it comes back again, doesn't it?
They work it, and then the ball in behind, but the touch and finish, brilliant. And now Bristol, Angus.
Who do you want?
Bristol, no, but Bristol as a city, Bristol as a football club. Everybody now is bubbling. They're bubbling. They can't wait for the draw coming up shortly. Then it's the semi-finals, 2 games with a possibility of going to Wembley. The whole town will be alive now. Will be living off of that now. Fantastic.
I mean, people, we showed you the gifts, going into this game, and it's just a bit of social media fun, but it actually brought the club to everyone's attention because they just thought it was great. And now they play football like that, and people will know about it, and people will talk about it now.
I think the thing as well, I mean, Palace, Stoke, Watford, Premier League teams, they've beaten them already in this competition. Now they've got a draw where they could get Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester City. Beating Manchester United, no disrespect to Palace, Stoke and Watford, but you beat Manchester United, you go into that next tie, that semi-final, with a belief that you can actually win it.
But what it does as well, the big thing it does now, it just reignites the season as well, because you've got 2 semi-finals to play, but you've got a championship campaign, you're third, you're in form. Every single player wants to be in that team. Everyone is going to be pulling and giving everything because they can see the direction they're going in. If they don't win this cup competition, I think that it's a magnificent spur and a big bonus for them to go forward and perhaps come into the Premier League at the end of the season. That is how big a result like that is.
It's funny, a lot of Premier League teams would say this is a distraction, the League Cup, but it can only do wonders for Bristol. It's no distraction, even though they're going well in the Championship, and that's their priority. This is something that spurs you on in it, like you've just said.
He's speechless. He can't say anything. He can't believe it.
I am absolutely stunned.
You text the boss yet?
And going.
You text the boss for time off.
Definitely. I may not be here for the semi-finals, folks. I might be in Bristol, but I'm sure Richard will do it for me. I've covered for him enough. Bristol City are in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Goodbye, Manchester United. We're calling for his head this time last year. We have to reiterate, he'd lost 10 out of 11 league games. And his owner, his chairman, stood by him and said, right, yeah, you carry on going, because he believed in him, and clearly for the right reasons.
Yeah, and that's what you get when you give someone the opportunity, but you give them the backing and believe in the ability they have and give them the chance, because sometimes those chances are just too short, too few and far between. They can come through, and he had a team that, you have to say, he had a team that represented him tonight. He said before the game, we know what we've got to do, we know the way we've got to go about it, and that's exactly what they did. They gave everything they had. They looked like they'd run out of steam, but then that collective spirit came through, and they had the all-important, that final punch with a goal, the last kick of the game. Brilliant. That's what cup football's all about. That was it at its best. It really was.
The game needs more chairmen like that.
Yeah.
Because it's, you don't get many games now, and they're swapping and changing. Have a belief in someone to take it. Give them the opportunity. Steve Gibson, Middlesbrough, there's another one springs to mind, believes in his managers, gives them every opportunity to turn things around. And look where they are now. There's proof in the pudding. Brilliant.
How good is this goal?
Well, the scorer starts there with wonderful skill, but what he does is that it's impressive. He keeps his run going, and then when he's asked to hit it, oh my goodness, he hits it. That was an unstoppable strike, but look at the skill here. Just hooks it up, plays it, but then doesn't stop, keeps going, and he runs away from United players. Onside.
Yeah, McTominay, for me,
doesn't run
Man United. He just lets him go. You've got to go with your runner. I mean, it was a great bit of skill, lovely ball off, and like Clive said, he just follows his pass. It goes inside, there he is, and then I mean, we were all shouting, "Hit it!" Well, I know I was at the top of my voice. Hit it! I know you were.
There's a little Pudlian,
But never thought he was going to hit it like that.
But when you watch him, he actually takes 2 or 3 little steps. He sets himself because he knows he's got to strike it, and that sets himself up. But this,
Watch McTominay. It just runs off him now.
He runs past 2 players, 2 United midfield players who don't track him.
It's a great
ball as well.
Marlon Pack.
But then the way he just sets himself for the strike. Just watch his footwork here. 1, 2, 3. Just little strides to get into a position that he can hit it crisply with his left foot. And does he hit it?
By the way, it was not only the goal. I'll tell you what was equally impressive. Rashford goes through, clean through, one-on-one. And he comes across, doesn't he? It looks like it's going to be one-on-one. He comes across, he makes the ground up, and he makes a perfectly timed sliding tackle, wins the ball, gets away from Rashford. I mean, that was just as good because Rashford was clean through. It looked like he was going to score the winner. And it was great. He played really well second half, Brian.
Yeah, not that well. Calm down. People who want to buy him.
He takes risks,
Yeah, he's not that good. That was very impressive.
One-off.
Yeah, one-off. He barely gets into the side. Ibrahimovic back in the Manchester United side.
Well, I've got to say, everything that was good about Bristol City tonight, that was their worst moment of the night. The wall, there's a hole in the wall. There's someone hiding behind. It's Reed?
Bobby Reed, yes.
Yeah,
He turns away.
he's come round behind his own defender, and it's as if he's marking Martial behind the wall. Complete waste of time. He should be alongside Magnussen. Keep that wall. So look at the goalkeeper. Look, what are you doing? You've given him the hole. Goalkeeper should deal with it. But that was their poorest moment of the night.
But I've got to say, it wasn't a foul.
Exactly. That's exactly
Leading
right.
into it.
Leading into it. Pogba. He loses the ball and he runs into the man, Mike Dean. Thought he was Mike Dean average tonight. Mike Dean, average.
Was he a Premier League referee, refereeing a Premier
Cup
League
tie.
club? Yeah.
But refereeing a cup tie where it was fast, furious. I'm not saying it's not in the Premier League, but it was frenetic, and all of a sudden there was a few challenges that were going in that didn't deem to be free kicks. And the one example was when he actually pulled up Lukaku and started pointing to 2 or 3 challenges. There wasn't any challenges. There was players running alongside one another, competing for the ball, and he made that the reason for giving the foul. Now I thought he found it difficult refereeing the real blood and thunder of a cup tie tonight.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
Let's just see the winner first, because it's again one in midfield, win it back.
Well, this is the bit of luck that they have, whereas it wasn't a free kick for Pogba. And
That's Brian again.
Yeah, this ball, that's offside. That's offside. Linesman doesn't give it. They carry on. They play to the whistle, and this isn't offside.
What a ball that is! And to finish with his back to goal, he's got to take a touch because it's come to him chest height, but the touch has to be a good one.
He hits it to the ground as well, doesn't he?
Is that offside?
I think he's level.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's level.
Do you think?
Yeah.
But then, still, Manchester United have got to deal with it. They've not dealt with it, and it's that man, Brian. What a ball! No, it's not offside. The run is timed perfectly, but that chest control, because as soon as he controls it, he's got to hit it. He knows, I've got to strike it. Bang into the floor, through the keeper's legs. No coming back from that.
Great run, great ball.
Super finish, really was.
This is brilliant. Oh boy.
That is brilliant.
They have school tomorrow.
Extra
For Lee
Christmas
Johnson,
presents.
I mean.
Yeah, he might do. Yeah, he's done it. He has done a good job. You look at it now and you go, okay, the draw's just about to happen. We'll bring it to you just as soon as it does. It's actually taking place down at Ashton Gate. You don't really care who you play. Look, you've got Arsenal, Chelsea, or Man City.
Well, who would you want?
I think,
I think you would do the team City played last night. I think you would do them.
I think it's 2 legs. I'd be worried about playing Manchester City over 2 legs.
I'd want to play, out of those 3, I would want to play Arsenal.
Arsenal, I think so.
Because I think
you stand a chance.
Arsene Wenger hasn't ever changed his philosophy.
No.
He will play not an inferior team, but a lesser team than
less good team. Certainly.
Yeah, he'll stick with the players that have played in the competition so far, and I think you would have a slightly better chance against Arsenal.
I wasn't impressed with Man City last night. They just didn't get going, and I just think you can put that kind of performance at home. I think you could score a few.
Pep in a semi-final.
Well, you think you suggest he's going to go stronger?
Yeah, you go when you've seen a decent side like Bristol City, you can't underestimate them.
Well, you can't now. Not now. They've beaten 3 Premier League sides.
Four
Premier League
sides.
yeah.
Four Premier League sides.
Yeah, so it's no fluke that they've got there.
Doing it the hard way.
And
Yeah.
that emphasises that they are a good team. And the one thing Jose said before tonight's game was that there's little difference, and that he felt that it's a team that is going to give him a problem. They certainly did tonight.